What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We have a breaking update of the 7 and the 12-year-old who stabbed the 59-year-old woman right after this.
What are you waiting for, huh?
What am I waiting for? Days.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your man, Chris Thorns. Welcome to the show. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. So, ladies and gentlemen, some of y'all may remember a couple of days ago, I did a live stream about a 7 and a 12-year-old who got into an altercation with a 59-year-old woman who alleged to say that she have mental issues or whatnot. The 7 and the 12-year-old got into an altercation with the woman, and they left and came back, and the 12-year-old commenced to stabbing a woman multiple times. The woman had to go into the hospital, and from what I understand right now, she is still recovering, from her injuries or whatnot. But here's the update that I want to bring to y'all today. Their mother has came out and apologized for the incident, all right? And I want y'all to hear this, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about what you're going to hear. I'm going to play 2 videos where they showing she's apologizing, okay? So we're going to go ahead with the first one right here. And, hey, let's have a listen.
To home here in the Houston area, the mother of 2.
Okay.
To home here in the Houston area, the mother of 2 children speaks after they're accused of stabbing a woman in Northwest Harris County on Saturday. Harris County Sheriff's deputies say the children are 12 and 7 years old. This video shows the boys going up to the woman's garage while wearing what looks like blue surgical gloves. The 12-year-old is now facing an aggravated assault charge.
Troy Class has been following this story since Saturday.
Troy, what are you learning this evening?
Well, we're learning that the victim's brother, who normally checks on her, came by on Saturday and found the 59-year-old woman in the open garage behind me. Now, investigators and family tell me that both the 12-year-old suspect and the victim are dealing with their own forms of mental illness.
On the behalf of my boys and I want to let the family know that I am very sorry.
A mother coming forward to apologize for her son. She's asked that we blur her face.
Sure, y'all, my boys do not mean no harm. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we're hearing that her 12-year-old boy has mental issues. Okay, so we hearing that now. Let's continue.
If this incident happened, I'm not going to use my child's mental conditions as an excuse for his behavior because I do believe in accountability.
All right, she's not going to use her child mental issues to excuse his behavior. Now, if she's serious about that, then I got to give her props for that, if she's serious, But I tell y'all, a lot of people do stuff in front of the cameras, but I can't say that's what she's doing. I mean, is she genuinely taking accountability, then, hey, I can rock with her on that.
On Saturday, surveillance video captures her 2 sons, 7 and 12 years old, confronting the woman on April Valley Court. In the video, it appears another woman is trying to intervene and tell the kids to leave the victim alone. The brothers eventually leave. After the initial confrontation, the boys come back on their bicycles with surgical gloves and a knife. Surveillance video shows the 12-year-old run into the garage, and both boys leave the scene. The victim is recovering in the hospital right now. The Harris County Sheriff's Office says she also has a mental illness. Neighbors told us Saturday there have been previous altercations.
So it's just been a constant issue with her. I've had to call the cops at least 5 times already. We know that we need to just kind of give her space and leave her alone, but I think these kids just didn't know any better.
The mom says her son can be protective of his siblings.
If something triggers him, he gets very upset. He does get very upset.
She says her son remains in custody.
If something triggers him, he gets very upset. All right, I want y'all to put a pin mark in that. when something triggers him, he gets very upset.
While the 7-year-old is at home still trying to grasp what happened, the video shows he did not stab the woman. The family is also hoping the woman recovers.
I wish I could just see the lady and give her a hug because, I mean, I really never expected my children to do any harm to anybody.
Again, the sheriff's office tells us that the victim is still recovering, and under state law, the youngest a juvenile can be charged with any serious crime is 10 years old. Therefore, the 7-year-old won't be charged with any crime. Live in Northwest Harris County, Troy Kless, KHOU 11 News.
All right. Before I get into the other video, I want to try to get my thoughts, what I think about this. Again, I want to say if she's sincerely genuine when she says, hey, I don't want to use this mental state as an excuse, I believe in taking accountability, then again, I can rock with her on that. And I say kudos to her for taking responsibility. But see, that's the key word, though. Does she genuinely means that? That's the key word. And again, if she sees this, honey, I'm not saying that you're not genuine. I'm not saying that you are, because really I don't know you. Just say what type of person that you are, because I've been doing these type of videos for a while, and we have seen some of the worst of the worst, that people who just like you get on camera and try to make it seem like they just the best parent in the world, but then kind of find out they was the one. Either they participated in it or they was the one that did the dirty deed. Okay, so don't take offense to it. It's just what it is. But I'm going to say it one more time. If you are genuine, I'm with you on that. Okay, a couple of things they were saying in this video that caught my attention. The one with they said it's been multiple incidents. Now, when they say multiple incidents, I'm getting kind of confused because I'm trying to see when you say multiple incidents between the children and this woman, or multiple incidents of what the woman is doing in the neighborhood. Okay, because y'all heard the lady just say, we just try to give her space and we don't bother her. Now I know that they say it been incidents before. I guess what they had to call the police though. So. When she says, it's been multiple incidents, I'm curious as to what she's saying. Has these children and her had multiple incidents, or was it just multiple incidents as a whole? I would like to know that, because if it is with the children, okay, no wonder that thing going way up like that. Okay, because if it's multiple incidents with the children, they keep going in there and fuck with that woman, then that's going to be a problem within itself. Because if she claimed that the child has mental issues and he down there messing with another woman with mental issue, then that's a conflict, a big conflict if your son has mental issues and this woman does too. And they just going in there constantly having incidents like that. Yes, that's a major big conflict of interest. Not only do just neighborhood got to worry about this woman, but they have to worry about your 12-year-old as well if he's dealing with mental issues, okay? That is a bad combination. That's just a bad combination, all right? Y'all remember I said in the stream, I believe one of the things that's going on here, that them boys keep going out there and fucking with that woman. And God knows what the mom probably saying about that woman in the house. So whatever she's saying about that woman in the house, probably talking bad about it, this, that, the third, is soaking in their brain. And I guess in their brain, they say, okay, our mom don't like us, so we're going to keep on doing what we're going to do. And they're going to keep on doing what they want to do, thinking mom want to save them all the time, in which a lot of moms would do that. They would still try to save them, even though they know the child is wrong, okay? Now, another thing I read, I'm going to read it to you before we get out of here. She says she was at work. It says she was at work when this happened. So if she was at work, I was wondering who care was they under? Who care was they under while she was at work? Was it the grandmas, or was it the dad, or was they home alone? Who care were they under while she was at work. And again, we're going to later hear about that part. We're going to talk about that too. The last thing I want to talk about is the thing we put a pin mark in where she says when he gets upset, when he gets triggered, he gets upset. That is understandable. Again, in the field that I work in, if they got behaviors, they get upset, yes, it could be a booger bear. It could be a booger bear, all right? But that's why they have staff like me and other people who work at the house, is to redirect them, from them behaviors and try to turn their attention to something else, or have them do something that they like to try to calm them down. All right. But again, I haven't had much experience working with youngins with mental illness. I ain't just had much experience with it. So it could be something totally different. But I guess my thing is this though, when he gets upset, when he gets triggered to get upset, what do you do as his mom when he get upset? I mean, what kind of methods do you use when he get upset? Do you try to redirect him, or do you just let him go ballistic, or do you stay out his way, or do you act like you scared him, or what? Just questions though. What do you do when your son get out of control? What is your method of, the better way to put it, what is your plan of action once he gets out of control? I would like to know that. So again, if you see this, hopefully we could talk and you could tell me what your plan of action is when he gets out of control, and that's kind of scary too. And the reason I'm saying that it's kind of scary, if he'll buck up to a 59-year-old woman and do this to a 59-year-old woman, then I'm scared for you if he'll buck up and do this to you. Will he get upset with you? Reason is another reason why I'm asking, what is your plan of action once he get in that mode? Because if he beefing up like that, man, hey, I'll pray for you that he don't try you, all right? But if he beefing up like that, just be careful, honey. So all I can say, can't tell about how to raise their child, but yeah, we got to be careful with that, okay? So that's what I want to say about that for now. If I sound like I'm all over the place, I do apologize, because these stories are crazy. They are crazy. But ladies and gentlemen, there's another story. There's another video. I guess it's with a different news. Where she's apologizing this one too, and let's hear this one.
I am sorry to the family. I'm very sorry that my sons committed the incident.
Only on 2 tonight, the mother of a 12-year-old boy accused of stabbing a woman this weekend is apologizing to the victim and her family. Good evening and thank you for joining us on KPRC2 News at 10. I'm Bill Barajas. We now know that 12-year-old boy was with his 7-year-old brother when Harris County Sheriff deputies say the older of the two stabbed the woman. Investigators say it started after the group got into an argument. The 12-year-old stabbed the woman in the garage of her home in northwest Harris County. KPRC2's Gage Golding broke the story for us yesterday and continues our coverage tonight with an interview you'll see only on 2. We have decided to not show the mother's face in an effort to protect the children's identities.
The mother of that 12-year-old boy tells me that he is still in police custody tonight, but he is doing okay. Mom did not want to share his name, but she did want to share one thing, that she's sorry for what her son did.
I am very remorseful, because I wouldn't want that to happen to nobody.
Speaking for her 12-year-old son, apologizing to the 59-year-old woman who was critically hurt in the stabbing.
Just gonna keep our prayers up for both my son and their family.
The mother not wanting to share her son's name, but willing to say he's still in police custody and doing okay. Police say the woman, who suffers from mental illness, was arguing with the 2 young brothers. They left before coming back about 10 minutes later, the older boy stabbing her. His mom now shedding a light into what might have played a role here.
My son, he struggles from his mental problems, so he has some mental issues, but other than that, he's just a boy. They all learn. We learn from our mistakes.
A mistake that nearly cost this woman her life. If it weren't for her brother coming to check on her, this story could have had a different ending.
I am sorry to the family. I'm very sorry that my sons committed the incident, and I'm praying for your health and your wellness.
So a big question we had, why wasn't the 7-year-old boy also charged in this incident? The Harris County Sheriff's Office saying that younger boy was more of just a witness to what his brother did. His grandmother now telling me that the younger child is having a difficult time just processing what his older brother did. I'm reporting in Northwest Harris County. Gage Golden, KPRC2 News.
I can imagine what this 7-year-old going through. I can imagine because he's following behind his big brother, okay? So that's automatic give me, it's just a natural thing in life that the little ones, the younger ones, follow behind the big ones because they look at the bigger brother, the bigger sister, they so cool or whatnot, so they just want to follow behind them. Granted, there's nothing wrong with him doing that, but he probably didn't understand what was going to happen, and we saw what happened. Probably scared the hell out of him. He's 7 years old. That's probably nothing he ever seen before, unless he's watching that type of stuff on TV, But now I have a question. Does he suffer from mental illness as well? Nobody saying anything about the 70-year-old if he suffers from mental illness, but I'm just curious about that. I want to ask the question, is he suffering from mental illness as well? Who knows? Okay. Now, I want to go back to where was this at? What part of the video this was? I want to say right up in here. She said something that caught my attention.
Boy stabbing her. His mom now shedding a light into what might have played a role here.
My son, he struggles from his mental problems, so he has some mental issues, but I mean, other than that, he's just a boy. They all learn. We learn from our mistakes.
A mistake.
Okay, listen to what they said. They said the mom want to shed light what she think what might have happened. Okay, she says he struggled with mental issues. He had mental issues. He's just a boy. We all make mistakes. Okay? I will agree to that because I speak about that all the time. But here's what I'm looking into that. Y'all remember I told y'all, again, when I did the live, they went down there starting this shit with that woman. Given to what the mom just said, because she didn't come out and say what happened. She just said he suffered from mental illness. But I guess that's cold talk, how people say it. That is cold talk or subliminal talk to say, yeah, I believe he went down there and started shit with her and shit just went left. All right? That's what it sounded like to me. Anybody who heard this part, you can tell me what you think about it or whatnot. And again, if she hear it, she could tell me that's what she really trying to say. Okay? Because she didn't say, well, I believe this what happened. I believe they riding a bike. I believe that woman said something to them, and he just got upset and blah 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 blah. But no, she just said he suffered from mental illness. He made mistakes and this, that, and the third, which tells me that he was the one that started it, which they call in terms the aggressor. He started it, and the woman said something back to him. He called himself getting mad. I guess he trying to show out front of his brother. Called himself getting mad. Y'all see he jumped out the bike, put up his pants, probably threatened the woman. He was going to whoop her ass or whatnot until the neighbor came back and said, hey, y'all leave her alone, man. Go on by your business, all right? And we saw in the video the boys went by their business and then came back with gloves on, which shows me he knew what he was doing, all right? And he even had his little brother put on gloves on too. But again, maybe the 7-year-old didn't understand what was finna happen. And when he did see what happened, it probably did fucked him up. He probably be traumatized for a while seeing that. Okay? And then y'all heard the news, what they said after she said that. They said it's a mistake that could have ended that woman's life. Yes. This mistake that he did could have ended that woman's life. All right? Hopefully she pulls through. And I'm going to even go so far as say this. I mean, hopefully he get the counseling and treatment that he need, okay? Because, again, ma'am, if he's bucking up like that to grown people, I am afraid when he get really upset with you, what he's going to do to you. And not only that, when he gets upset with his brother, what is he going to do to his brother when he gets upset with him? What is he going to do to him? That is scary. That is. But, wow. That is scary. So, again, when you said that, man, that's telling me that you feel like he started it. That's how it all got started. He went down there fucking with that woman, and things just went left, Let's see. And again, from what I'm reading right here, she said, my son, he struggled with mental problems. She also said the victim's brother called police after arriving at her house to check on his sister. He just came at the right time, opened the door, and saw that she was stabbed. The victim also has a history of mental issues, which has led to other trouble and confrontations on the block. Okay. So I guess that's what they talking about then when they say multiple incidents, multiple stuff been going on the block, and people just, had to call the police or whatnot, The lady said, we try to keep our patience, we are understanding, even though it's very frustrating, and we all have to call the cops. Not just me, other neighbors have to. We try to have patience. Okay. And I get it, y'all. And I get it. The two boys initially got into an argument with the adult victim before riding off their bikes, according to the footage. But they returned later. He's arrested on aggravated assault charges. I saw something in here. Okay, I thought I saw something different up here. The 12-year-old boy was arrested. All right, he's currently in custody. Now, it was something I saw where they saying that the Children Protective Services have gotten involved, or they've been notified of the situation. She says she teaches her kids every day. Every action has consequences. Neighbors say the 59-year-old woman also struggled with mental illness. I'm told one of the regular sounds often heard in the neighborhood is the 59-year-old woman walking and yelling. It's some kind of scary. It's scary even for you. Yes, to be honest, yes, answers one man who lives nearby. A Freelance reported a woman's brother found her stabbed and bleeding on the floor of her garage. The Harris County Sheriff's Office confirms the deputies responded to April Valley Court because the woman was said to be hitting and stealing from her lawn crew. Oh, wow. One of those neighbors called on Saturday and said, I need to call her sister because she was stealing things from her own landscaper. She was in a mess with the landscaper, tried to hit somebody, the neighbor said, okay. I'm just still trying to process. I wish I could see the lady and give her a hug. Never expected my children to do any harm to anybody, the boy's mother said. I'm just scanning through this, guys. Cause I'm trying to get to what was not said. She said from the bottom of her heart, she's sorry. Okay, the mother was at work when this happened. And, okay, the grandmother was watching them. The grandmother was watching them while she was at work. And I know I read something about Child Protective Service supposed to be getting involved. I read it somewhere, but yeah, the Child Protective Service is supposed to be getting involved, or they've been notified of the incident. Okay. But anyway, guys, yeah, man, this is sad, man. It should never happen. I hope the woman recovers, and I hope the young man gets the help that he needs, and even for his mom, I hope she has a good plan of action when stuff like this happen, and, to try to prevent from this ever happen again, because hey, a lot of people now ain't just really putting their hands up to defend themselves. A lot of people putting out them guns now. And I would hate for this to happen to your son, that he trying to buck up to everybody in the neighborhood because he getting upset and somebody pull one of them guns out on him. I hate for that to happen, But anyway, though, I'm going to pray for all of y'all. Pray for all of y'all. and hope this situation has somewhat of a better outcome moving forward. Hopefully he would get on a straight path and, not go this route. Because if he keep going this route, trying to stab people and this, that, and the third, it's not going to end well for him. It's not. And I'm not advocating for that to happen to him. But come on. I know, and a lot of people in the world know now. People just ain't playing no more. A lot of people ain't taking no more shit no more. All right. But anyway, guys, I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about this. How you feel about the mama's how you feel about the mom apologies. Just tell me what you think about everything. And if you do have a child that's dealing with stuff like this, what is your course of action to redirect them so stuff like this don't occur? Other than that, I'm your man Chris Thorns. Thank y'all so much for listening. And I will see y'all next time, and I'll be looking forward to your comments. I am out. Thank you.